Hello, I'm Kirsty Blair, and this is a very brief introduction for Shoddy Court 3, Workers Reading Tennyson and Longfellow. As part of our wider project, we're very interested in what workers read and how they responded to what they read. When it comes to prose, you could make a strong case for, say, Samuel Smiles or Thomas Carlyle. When it comes to fiction, there would be a case for Walter Scott, obviously, and perhaps also for Dickens. But when it comes to poetry, which is the genre that workers most often had the leisure time to write and to read, especially if they were reading it in periodicals or newspapers, then the two most significant living poets, I would certainly argue, are Alfred Tennyson and Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. The most important dead poet for all workers is, of course, Robert Burns. So what I wanted to consider this week was why workers responded so strongly to Tennyson and Longfellow's poems. And I've given just a tiny selection from their most famous verses and the ones that I think mattered most significantly, but also what workers were doing when they adapted these poems. Was this a homage to Longfellow and Tennyson? Was it imitation? Or do their various versions set out to revise these poets? There are thousands, I would imagine, maybe tens of thousands of adaptations of Tennyson and Longfellow's most famous poems out there, and we haven't necessarily been collecting all of them. So this isn't even provably a representative sample, but I hope it's an interesting sample of the kinds of things going on that might help you, if you're curious, to look out for more echoes of these two very famous poets from England and from North America, if you're reading other popular verse from this period and beyond.